That was Hall of Fame by The Script and Will I Am. You're listening to phoenixradio.com.au. This is Jason's Sports Rundown. The time is 1:20 p.m. It's time for the weekly interview segment, and this week we are talking to a special guest. This week's guest is SENQ Knockoff Fridays presenter and someone who does know quite a bit about sport. It's Ben Davis. Hey, Ben, how are you doing today?
Hello, mate. Exciting times. Just sitting back watching possibly Australia's top order batting at the Gabba. It's Queensland v New South Wales in the Sheffield Shield, but Queensland batting at the moment, Usman Khawaja, Matthew Renshaw at the crease, followed by Marnus Labuschagne. And there's a lot of talk around that could be the top three for Australia. Will come the first test of the Ashes. So exciting times, mate.
Yeah, so, I mean, speak about that excitement. How excited are you for the upcoming Ashes? I know I'm excited. I'm sure a lot of other people are, but how are you feeling about it?
Mate, this is one of the biggest, this is the biggest rivalry in cricket, isn't it? Australia and England. Some say it's the biggest rivalry in Australia's international sport. So, super excited. Every 4 years it comes around. It's a bit like the Olympics, right? So having England out here on the back of India last summer, which we know was huge, this is just going to go to another level. So cannot wait.
Yeah, it's going to be good. The recent announcement of not having Pat Cummins in Perth, how big of a loss do you think that's going to be for Australia?
Yeah, huge. He's the man that has got us out of trouble with the ball on so many occasions. When you need a wicket, Pat Cummins has normally been the man to do it, and he's been an inspirational leader. I mean, it was the last Ashes that he took over, and we all were wondering how was a bowler going to do that, take over the captaincy role, and still be able to pull off what he needs us to do. And he just continues to defy what everyone said that he could or could not do. So he'll be a big loss, especially, look, I mean, Scott Boland, as far as the bowling ranks come in, and that is the likely replacement. He's a different bowler to Pat Cummins. He's more of a Josh Hazlewood style. Pat Cummins can just get the ball to do things that others can't. The old ball, especially coming in at first change. So yeah, he'll be missed. His leadership. Steve Smith will take over as captain. Good captain, solid captain. In fact, probably our most successful when it comes to percentage wins. Let me check my stats, but he'd be right up there. So whilst we don't lose much as far as the captaincy role, the bowling role, Scott Boland brings something different. When you put that complete package together, that's where we might find things missing for Australia. Still, we've got the next in line to step up aren't too bad. As I said, in bowling, you've got Sean Abbott, and there's a few nibbling around the edges like Brendan Doggett, who, as far as the bowling stocks are concerned, are hitting form at the right time. Yeah,
they're definitely going to not be great to have Cummins, but I mean, Steve Smith, not only his I think win percentage, but I think his batting average is something to speak when he's as captain. So I think we'll do all right with him as the captain. The openers, I think, has been the most talked about one coming into the Ashes. Where do you kind of see that sitting? Like, is Usman definitely there? Would you have Renshaw? Like, a lot of options for the opening pair.
Yeah, a lot of options. And Usman Khawaja, his position, we take it as read that is locked in. It's just who's going to open with him. Now, Marnus Labuschagne has done that, but I think universally everyone is accepting that even Marnus says batting at 3 is his preferred position, and that's where he does and will do most damage. So who opens with Usman? Now, Usman is someone who can sit there and blunt the attack, which when you've got the paceman of Jofra Archer and Wood coming in, and these blokes are electric, they are express. If he can blunt that attack and see off the new ball that allows Marnus and Steve Smith to come in with time behind them, that is Usman's job. So then who's at the other end. You don't want someone who is going to be a blunt attack instrument. You want someone who can actually take on the game. And what we've seen with Matthew Renshaw and his re-emergence over the last 12 months, and the fact that he was picked for the one-day squad and the one-day team, shows that he can accelerate the scoring when needed. The fact that he knows Usman inside and out, is opening with him for Queensland now, it's a good partnership. Jake Weatherall is the other smoky, I guess, considering that he hasn't really been mentioned in dispatches as far as international cricket until this year. His form last year started to put himself on the radar. I mean, we've seen him in Big Bash, but when it comes to red ball cricket, he can accelerate in a David Warner style innings, and that's what we're looking for. I mean, you can't replicate David Warner, but you want someone who can take on the attack and crack it open as well. Look, just on that, from the Gabba at the moment, there has been a rain delay, but they're back out batting at the moment. So Renshaw started things pretty quickly, but was on 16, but Usman has flown away to 37. So Usman can accelerate along the way as well, which is good. But Renshaw would be a good fall for him, and that's if Australia's got how many? 26 million selectors. That's who we'd all. So we've all got an opinion, but that's if I was asked, that's the way I'd go to, and that's not wearing just my maroon coloured glasses either.
Yeah, no, I'd probably lean to Renshaw, and I kind of want to back him too. I think a number of other players are locked in. Like you think about how many, you're not going to drop Smith, you're not going to drop Head. The bowling attacks there. You've got Alex Carey, but the other spots that people talk about, the number 3 and the number 6. Where do you think Australia would be looking in those two particular spots? Yeah,
Marnus should be batting at 3, and just what they do with Cameron Green. I mean, now Green is an all-rounder. So, and we need, without Cummins being there's going to be more reliance on that all-rounder role. So it comes down to Cameron Green and Beau Webster. So Beau Webster hasn't played cricket until this match right now. He's currently playing for Tasmania, so he's missed the opening of the Shield competition because of a foot injury. But he came in and has shown his form with the ball. But Cameron Green, and this is the wild card factor, and will come down to his fitness. How much can he bowl? He's had and is coming off back injuries. He has been only allowed to bowl selectively in the earlier part of this summer. I mean, over the most part of this year since his return from injury, they haven't been bowling him. He has just been that number 3 batsman. So whoever that all-rounder is, whoever bats at 6 will have to bowl. So does that rule Green out or in? And the same with Webster as well. On a hierarchical level, Green has been in the Test team a lot longer than Webster, so maybe Webster being the last man in is the first man out, which is unlucky for him, but that's just where the squeeze is on.
Yeah, it'll be tough for either of them to miss out, but I think the importance is on their bowling. The last one I'll leave you with, what is your prediction for the series? Like, what do you think the result will be, or who do you think the player of the series would be?
Yeah, do we go Glenn McGrath-like and say 5-0 Australia? Look, I think the fact that there's a day-night test here in Brisbane, the second test, that's the pink ball test. Brisbane in December. Storms, anyone? Rain, anyone? So that especially in that late afternoon and night storms, that could play a factor in a 5-0 or not having 5-0. That could end up as a draw. So possibly 3-1 Australia. Man of the series. Let me see. Man of the series. I'm going to say Travis Head. There we go. Yeah. If Australia ever gets into trouble, he's a man to pull us out of it. Although Steve Smith just quietly comes back after playing little or no cricket, has been living in New York, picks up a batting for New South Wales yesterday, just peels off 100 for fun. So don't worry, he's going to be coming in with devastating form against England. Yeah,
a lot of safe bets. Thank you for your time today, Ben. I know you're a busy person, but thank you for bringing your insight to the Ashes discussion.
happy days, mate. It's like I said, it's 26 million of us have opinions, and I hope and thank you for giving me a call to put mine out there. Enjoy the rest of your day, mate.
Yeah,
let's go the Aussies.
No worries. Coming up soon is going to be the NFL Week 9 preview, but right now you've got Anna Murray, KSI and Co with Don't Play.